Hi, welcome to Mindfulness Cognitive Behavior Therapy. So this is an 8-week course in which you will have homework outside the class as well as activities to do during these sessions. And as a note of confidentiality, everything that you say within these four walls are to be kept private, not to be shared with anyone. The only reason that I would feel obligated to break confidentiality would be if you have an intent to harm yourself or to harm others, in which case I would have to notify the proper authorities. What brings you in today?
I've just been going through a hard time. I haven't been sleeping much. I've been having a lot of sadness, and I haven't felt like this in a couple years now. So I'm back in therapy.
Okay, so you have some experience in therapy. So what is your history and what past treatments have you done to treat your depression?
Well, my parents divorced 10 years ago, around there, and it was really hard for me. I had a little sister who was really young at the time, but she was growing up and she would really rely on me. She'd ask me a lot about why aren't mom and dad together, and it took a toll on me. I was in high school, and I couldn't sleep. I got very depressed. I stopped talking to my friends. I completely isolated myself, and my mom decided to take me to therapy. And that's when I worked with a therapist for about 2 years to work on my depression and my anxiety, which I was diagnosed with during my therapy as well. I did a lot of journaling, and for the most part, she just really helped me with more journaling than anything, and reading a lot of self-help books. That was, for the most part, what I did in therapy.
Can you tell me about an experience you felt depressed and how have you reacted to that depression?
As I mentioned, I isolate myself a lot, and when I feel depressed, I stop talking to everybody. I don't sleep. I stay up at night, and I think a lot, and I think a lot of what ifs, and I drive myself to tears. I cry a lot when I'm alone, of course, not in front of other people. But for the most part, I close myself from everyone when I'm depressed.
Can you tell me a specific instance and where you have not felt depressed?
Yeah, definitely before my parents divorced. Of course, I had nothing to be depressed about, so everything was just great. Had a perfect, happy family, so that was one time. And then after I went to therapy, it helped a lot. I understood a lot of my emotions. I realized it's okay to be sad over what happened. So that at that time after therapy, I was able to forgive my dad for leaving, and I created a better relationship with him. So I was really happy. Probably 3 years after the divorce, 3 or 4 years. But then, as of lately, in the past couple years, I've just kind of came back down, and I've been feeling really sad.
I would like to try this meditation exercise. So for this exercise, I want you to close your eyes and just get comfortable. You don't have to worry about getting relaxed or feeling calm or feeling different. Just feel comfortable. You can lay down on the mat, or you have the option of also sitting in the chair, whichever one is your preference.
I'll sit on the chair. That's okay.
So just close your eyes. You don't have to feel any sort of specific way. You don't have to feel relaxed or anything. The point is just to become aware of your present self.
Okay.
So take a couple deep breaths and then we can begin. Alright, so we're going to start with the left side of your body. So just breathe in and just focus on your left toe, on your left foot, and also on your left leg. Just focus on that, how it's feeling. Is it feeling any specific way? Is it relaxed? Is it rigid? And then when possible, I just want you to exhale and imagine your breath coming out of your left side. And then we're going to breathe in and we're going to try on the right side, the same thing. Just breathe in, focus on your right toe, your right leg, just your right side of your body. And then breathe in again and just slowly continue doing that, going up through your stomach, through your chest, through your arms. And I'll give you a few moments just to take a deep breath. Don't try too hard. Whatever happens, whatever thoughts may come in, just let it be. Just important not to try too hard. It doesn't come easy for everyone, and that's okay. You can open your eyes now. Were you able to feel any sort of emotion in your body? How did that feel?
When I started focusing on my breath, I felt relaxed. But before that, I felt a little bit tense and fidgety. I didn't feel like, I don't know, I was trying to focus on my breath, but I just felt very fidgety. And I know you mentioned like feeling the left side and then the right side. My left arm and like my shoulder kind of started hurting. So that's how I felt.
What in your body made you realize that you felt fidgety?
I was trying to do longer breaths, but my breaths were kind of short and fast. That was for one. And then I just felt my hands tensing up and my toes tensing up, and I just felt really fidgety. It was really hard to relax, actually. But when you said that it's okay, I felt better.
Any part did your mind start to wander?
A little bit, yeah. I was I started thinking like, oh, where am I? Why am I here? And then I started getting a little bit of sad thoughts again, thinking about my family. But I got over it, and then I came back.
How did your body react to negative thoughts?
I started feeling tense, and then how I mentioned the left side, like my shoulder area, just started tensing up, and I mean it feels tense right now. Like I just felt really tense, and my muscles on my left arm just started tensing up. My hands started like kind of like wanting to hold each other. So that's what my body did in reaction to like my thoughts. I was trying to be mindful and see what I was doing. Kind of when I was breathing, when I felt my breathing get shorter, I just started wandering. I stopped like being present, and I just started going off on a thought tangent.
Where did your thoughts wander to?
I was thinking again of, why am I here? What am I trying to do? And I was like, just kind of getting sad again, and then thinking about like my dad and my sister, and I just started having bad depressive-ish thoughts. Yeah.
I want to remind you that your thoughts wandering during meditation, it is completely okay. It's completely normal. It's automatic, and people do it without thinking. So when a lot of times you said you felt your left side tense, that might be something you're not always aware of. So sometimes, especially when you have reoccurring depression, even if you feel like you have been cured from depression, a bit of sadness still stays inside you, and which may make you vulnerable to more criticism, may make your body feel a certain way. Even if you think you don't feel sad, your body might sense it. It's okay. You just need to be more mindful, be aware that that's what your body is reacting to, and just focus more on how your body's feeling and how you can sense it, because the point of mindfulness cognitive-based therapy is not to necessarily cure it, depression, but to build a positive relationship, to be able to identify and recognize when your body's feeling a certain type of feeling. Since we are reaching the end of our session, I would like to give you some homework, and I wanted to remind you, like I said at the start, that homework is essential for this program to be a success for you.
Okay.
I will be giving you some CDs that will walk you through similar meditation exercises like the one we just completed.
Okay.
Additionally, I will be giving you a handout. In the handout, I would like you to write down during what time and where you were when you were able to complete the meditation exercise, and write down any insights, any comments, how you were feeling before, how you were feeling after, how you were feeling during. And it's If possible, do it 6 to 7 times a week. If not, it is okay. It's completely normal that you won't be able to do this every day. But if you find the chance to try and do it as much as possible. Additionally, I would also like you to do a mindfulness exercise, and where you pick an activity you do, whether that be washing dishes, driving a car, something that's automatic that you do every day. Be more mindful of it. Focus on your five senses. So during that activity, focus on what you taste, what you smell, what you feel, what you see, what you hear while doing those things. And you don't have to write this down, you just have to be very mindful about the activity and choose the same activity until our next session. Is that something you'll be able to do?
I probably won't. I work a lot, have 40-hour weeks. I could see myself doing it. Is it okay to be doing it, like, as you mentioned, driving, or when I'm, like, walking to work?
Mindfulness is all about just being in touch with your body, being in touch with your environment. So this is something you could do while you're walking to work. You could do a mindfulness walk where you're just very aware of your outside environment, of how your body reacts to you walking, how you're feeling at that particular moment.
Okay. Yes, I could see myself doing this, yes.
All right, well, this is the end of the session, and I wanted to thank you for coming, and I hope to see you in the next session.
Thank you so much.
All right.